right, ladies and gentlemen. So today, I'm sure everyone, if you've been following this channel, you think that this is like some kind of victory or something. But I wanna caution you guys because if you watched yesterday's video, you saw where I said, "Hey, some of these indicators look like they're about to roll over." Obviously, they didn't today because the market crashed. But with that being said, there are some technical indicators, if you do TA on charts, that says the dollar should be going down. Interest rates should be going down. The market should have a little reversal. Now, this doesn't mean we're going to all-time highs or anything like that, but that's what it's pointing to. But I want to be very clear about this point that I'm about to make. And let me make sure my audio is working. I want to be very clear about this point. Just because the indicators look like they're going to flip a certain way does not mean that they will flip a certain way. And just because there's a head and shoulders pattern here or there does not mean that it's going to play out. The probability and the likelihood that a head and shoulders pattern will play out is higher than that it won't play out. But just because it's there doesn't mean that it will. Okay, I want to be very clear about that. And again, this is not financial advice. Make sure you talk to a financial planner, yada, yada, yada. I got to get all that out of the way too. So what I said yesterday, I'll show you a little bit on the charts, but it's not really that important because we know what the overall picture is. And I'm sure some of you probably seen the news article that came out where the president of France was basically saying, yeah, we have to prepare ourselves for a new normal, a new era of shortages. Like, right, go look that up. Go look it up. I don't have to do all the work for you. Go look it up. He really actually said that. We know that fertilizer got limited in a lot of places. We know that from the conflict that crop yields went down because they couldn't get fertilizer. And we know that prices are kind of stable right now because all the ranchers can't afford to feed their cows. So they're sending all of them together at the same time to the slaughterhouses. So that kind of, brought prices down. But what happens when that gluttonous amount of cattle are slaughtered, sent to the stores, and sold? What happens then? What happens then? What happens when winter comes and people in Europe have to cut down trees in the county park, right? Or in the city right in the middle of the city in town square, just so they can burn something to stop themselves from freezing to death because they can't get any LNG or oil or coal or anything else they need to heat their homes. What happens then? Oh, well, we know what happens then. They have to sell even more euros on the international forex market, switch it over to dollars, and then buy all that stuff from the United States or from wherever else they can source it. So what is that going to do to the euro? Go down. What's it going to do to the dollar? Go up. Higher the dollar goes. Right? It's like it's a reciprocal thing. The more that the rest of the world needs, the more they have to exchange their local currencies to get dollars, the higher the dollar goes, and then it crushes the whole system. The stock market goes down, gold goes down, silver goes down, oil goes down. We know that's coming. So when I say things on the channel like, oh, it looks like we have a potential reversal here, the RSI is a little high, the MACD might be rolling over. First thing is, doesn't mean I'm going to be right. It might not, right? But the second thing is, that does not mean that I think the overall trend is up. I do not. The yield curve is ridiculously inverted. That always spells out recession. No way to get around it. Now, can you get fiscal bumps here from the government doing small things like a debt relief for people that were dumb enough to get in debt to go to college? Yeah, I went to college too. I joined the military to pay for it. I'm not calling all of them dumb. If you did it, nothing against you. But the debt relief they do there, yeah, it gives a little bit of bump in liquidity to the system, so it can go up a little bit, They pass a $500 billion bill here for the IRS over 10 years. Yeah, it provides some liquidity. But the overall trend will be down. This will end in a lot of people being wiped out. There's no way around it. You cannot, it is impossible to have a velocity of money as low as we do now The second lowest in the history of measuring the velocity of money in the history of the United States. And you can't get out of that without having a depression. The last time it was lower was, the Great Depression. Birth rates suck. See, that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand from what I'm talking about on this channel, because they've heard all my points. They understand, the public can't support the system anymore, so the government's the only ones that can bail them out, yada, yada, yada. And the government bailed a lot of people out after the Great Depression, the New Deal and all that. And then after a while, eventually they climbed out of the hole and they went to new highs, new records, all that other stuff. But something you don't understand, their birth rate didn't suck like ours does. It's harder than ever to afford a car, a house, pay your utilities, get food, find somewhere to live that's not $1 million a plot. Back then, it was easy for them to expand. We're not in that situation anymore. That is why I've consistently and continuously on this channel said, there's not a whole lot they can do to fix this system other than going to a new system or killing a bunch of people. And God help us, I hope that doesn't happen. So, the chart that I was talking about, right here, can you guys see this? This is TNX, this is the 10-year Treasury Yield. This is an obvious and very clear head and shoulders pattern. Now, if this plays out, interest rates are going to go somewhere to, we'll say 2% and 2.2%. All right? And it looks as if the MACD is rolling over. But remember, just because it looks that way doesn't mean that it will. Look right here. The MACD looked like it was going to roll over, and it didn't. It continued higher. But it looks as if it will. This is one of the reasons why I always say wait for the flip to happen. Wait for confirmation. Don't trade on what you think might happen. Wait for it to be confirmed. You make less gains than if you guess right, but it's a safer trade. This is not financial advice. Now, it looks as if this is going to roll over, confirmed by the fact that we have a head and shoulders pattern. And the RSI is a little high. It could go higher, maybe 10 or 20 points, but it is a little high. This would suggest we're going to have a pullback here. That would also suggest on, let's say, the DXY, that if rates are going to slip, the dollar's not going to be as valuable because people don't need as many dollars to pay their debt if rates go down. So that would suggest the dollar is in a double topping pattern, and it's going to pull down probably somewhere to around here before it goes up again. Healthy pullbacks are always a good thing. So I guess maybe the dollar could pull down to the 200-day moving average before it goes up. Just because I'm saying those things and just because it looks like it's likely to happen doesn't mean that it will. Always wait for confirmation on your trades. Always, always, always. Do your TA, wait for confirmation. Do your TA, wait for confirmation. And don't believe anybody on here telling you they know what's going to happen in the market. I've seen so many Bitcoin and crypto guys doing that. And they are wrecked. They're all wrecked. Just like we said was going to happen. Oh, if you look at the 20 MMA and the DBD and the we're going to 300,000 on Bitcoin. Really? Really? Have you ever divided M2 by how many Bitcoins is in circulation times that by 3,000? Do you know what that comes out to? Or are you just pulling this out of your ass? Have you done any work at all? Do you have any idea? Do you have any understanding of any of this? Or do you just say things like Heresy Financial? Well, the M2 velocity of money isn't really true. Or how about the best one? How about better yet, when Heresy Financial came out and said, here's how to short the dollar. At the bottom, wrecked. Wrecked. And yet, all these people they're allowed to just say all this crap. No one checks them. Nothing. They get hundreds of thousands of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of views, millions. They make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of ads. People giving incorrect information. This is why you get crushed. This is why you get crushed. You listen to people who have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, And I'm not saying that's your fault because it gets pushed onto you. They tell you the Federal Reserve printing all this money is going to make everything. They don't even do it. The Fed don't even print money. But people just believe it. They just believe it because they want to believe there's some shadowy banker just sitting out there just like, who can I bankrupt today? It's lies. It's lies. All of it. It's lies. It's so hard to tell the truth when everyone just lies. Because then you don't know what to believe anymore. You just believe the lies. And I feel sorry for the majority of people that have followed these people and they've lost their life savings in crypto or gold or whatever the hell it is. I tried to not cuss there, but I've already whatever. I really do truly love each and every one of you. You've been huge supporters throughout the year and a half. I don't even know how long it's been. A year and a half, 2 years, whatever I've been doing this channel. I think a year and a half. Huge supporters. Yeah, I don't have a ton of views, and no, I don't have a ton of supporters. But all of you that's been there the whole time, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for paying attention. And I know some of you don't take my advice literally, and you don't make trades based off of my advice, but you listen. You at least listen, and you have it in the back of your head. Oh, yeah, I see everybody pumping on this latest bear market rally trying to get in at Bitcoin at 25. I really want to get in because I don't want to miss out. Oh, I'm going to do it. Wait. No, because Josh told me this was temporary. This isn't going to last. And then what happens? Bitcoin crashes down from 25,000. So maybe, if you just keep some of this information in your head, I might save some of you. But again, this is not financial advice. It's a fictitious story that you're listening to. I have to say that if you don't know. Either way, I don't know. I don't know what's going to change the future. I might start posting my videos on Rumble. I might start a new YouTube channel to where I don't even do charts. I just talk and try to get this out to people. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to start doing something, guys, because I'm sick of the lies. I really am. Let me refresh this to see if there's any more questions. I don't think we have that many for today's video. Yeah, two more questions just came in. I'm glad I did that. You said, is this a question? You said the student loan forgiveness will be this. Okay, so this is a comment, but I'll go ahead and read it. You said the student loan forgiveness is inflationary. In theory, that's correct, but in this case, people have not had to pay for their loans for the past 2 years already. They would have already spent that money if they wanted to. Everyone is saving now, as far as I know, so I think it won't affect CPI at all. Okay, well, I mean, let's just dispel that very quickly. And I'm not doing that to make you look bad or anything, but okay. Personal savings rate in the United States. Yeah, they're not saving money. No one's saving money. Credit card debt is at an all-time high in the United States. Might not be an all-time high, but it's pretty close. It is inflationary, but like I was saying earlier in the video, it has a minuscule effect because it's not actually that much money per year, per week, per month that's being saved. So yes, it will have some very small, infinitesimally small in the overall picture effect, but it is inflationary. It's government bailouts by definition. I'm going to read this guy's comment just because he religiously comments on my videos. Thank you for the support, Kyoto Exports. Retail isn't capitulating, at least not a certain group of retail. He's talking about GME and AMC. Still at it, never stopping. What if retail doesn't panic sell their equities? Well, if no one panic sells and the price don't go down. But it will. It will, because it'll be in the same situation that gold and silver will be in eventually at the same point where, and I'm talking about physical, it's where if you're starving to death and you're really hungry, you'll sell what you have. You'll sell anything that you have to get some money, to get some food. Question, central banks have added 270 tons of gold to their reserves, and China has imported 4,800% more gold from Russia than this time last year. Are governments hoarding gold for an economic reset, or are these volumes normal? No, I actually think they're getting ready for war. That's one of the things, because One of the things that you don't want to happen when you go to war is for your currency to turn to crap. And if that happens, then you're going to be in a really bad spot because it's going to make it harder for you to continue to make the supplies that you need to pay the troops and all that other stuff. But if you had a fallback, right? Let's say something happens, sanctions, whatever, and your fiat currency and your country starts going to crap, you can always tie it to gold. And if you did that, you're good to go. So it actually looks like they're preparing themselves in the long game for war. I don't know when that could be. I mean, it could be a couple of years. It could be 6 months. I don't know, but that's my best guess. And no, it's not normal levels. I'll look into that more. Question: will only USA go into a deflationary downward spiral, or also the whole world? I live in Europe. Do I have to prepare more for deflation? Oder inflation? You must be from Germany. The price increases that you're going to experience in Europe it's inflationary. Deflation in the United States, inflation in the rest of the world. Basically, when the government in the United States did all the bailouts, all the government spending and all that, we imported a lot of the world's money to pay for those bills. And then we got hit with the inflation. But since we have the world's reserve currency, we're currently in the process of exporting that inflation from the United States to the rest of the world. How can you get ready for that? I can't answer that question directly because it's financial advice and I can't give that, but I can tell you to get food, get away, get some type of heat source. You'll be surprised what just a candle can do in an insulated room or a house if you got a bunch of candles lit. Now, I don't recommend that. It's a fire safety hazard. Get you a heater if you can, but you're gonna have to do some things this year that you never thought you would have to do before. Just prepare yourselves. Get ready. Okay, just get ready. And again, I've spoken in different videos what you could do, but I can't. When someone directly asks me for advice, I can't give it to you. I can speculate, but I can't give it to you. That's borderline financial advice. So I apologize for not being able to help you out. Question: what will happen to the euro in the short term? It's going down, man. It's going to keep going down. It is going to keep going down. Reference to the beginning of the video. Look at the charts. The only way the euro stops going down, the only way the current situation, any of this gets better, is that the United States government needs to do another round of spending and stimulus. And it's going to have to be upwards of $3, $4, $5 trillion, somewhere in that function. It will not fix the problem, but it'll kick the can down the road. It'll give us an additional 1.5 to 2 years before we're right back where we are now. So if they do that, then the euro could possibly go up, but you're still going to have an energy crisis because you can't get your energy from Russia. So yeah, government spending, but yeah, euro short term, it's going down. Now it's going to have pullbacks, it's going to fight at certain levels, but long term overall, it will be going down. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you on the next video.